like this, 'cause the music makes me high. And if I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out a loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of night they make movies about. Bitch,
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von's channel, Sweatbox. We back. We live, we active here on the channel. Yes, indeed. You know how we do. Still dodging those digital jabs, baby. Let's talk about Stranger Things 4, Part 1 and Part 2. Spoiler talk, spoiler review, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into it. This season was really good. I really like this season. Obviously, again, this ain't going to be a blow by blow. We're just going to be discussing some of the things that I liked about this season and some of the things that I didn't like. Some of the things that I really liked about this season were it felt very big. With some of the action scenes that they did, some of the set pieces, it was just very big. And I like that. Obviously, the music, always a big hit. With the Kate, was it Kate Bishop? And you're running up that hill, and you're running up that hill. It was great. It was great. It was great. Shouts out to what they did with that song and that episode was awesome. Kate Bush. I said Kate Bishop. Kate Bush. Another thing, Vecna, the character of Vecna. I love the character of Vecna. And I actually am very impressed with how they did the backstory, because I kind of didn't see it coming. One thing I was like, oh, is this? It was about 20 minutes into the episode. I was like, oh snap! I think this is Vecna's backstory. That's what I realized. It. But it was a great episode. I like how because when they first introduced the character who was Vecna, aka One. I'm like, who is this dude? Why are we even introduced to this character? He's the meanest thing nowhere. He's not a nobody. He ends up being the guy. He ends up being the guy. Another thing, obviously, we got introduced into the new character that everybody loves. What was his? Munson. Eddie Munson. Great character. Everything about him. The way he brought back the Metallica song. Was it Metallica? I think it was Metallica. But he was a great character, and obviously his final scene, the guitar solo. We'll get to that in a minute. But the character development that we got with 11, I love her at the beginning, when she's trying to be normal and living the life and having to deal with the bullies and all that in school and just normal teenage stuff. I really was into that. Like, I found it super, as tragic as it was, I found it super hilarious when they were picking on her in the yard and she's like, hey, and she threw her hand up there and nothing happened. I laughed. I gotta admit, I laughed. I was like, that's hilarious. That's really funny. She wanted to, and then I also will admit, I laughed again when she beat her with the skate. She was like, BAP! Split her whole shit open, because that was funny. That was hilarious. I know you're not supposed to laugh and stuff like that, and it was tragic, but I laughed because that's the type of sense of humor that I have. So shouts out to 11. I would have did the same thing. I would have done. And I mean, what's up with her, man? Mike didn't even help. I mean, he tried to go over and get the DJ to stop, but he wasn't being forceful enough. I feel like he should have threatened violence, or, you know what I'm saying, threw a punch or something. Maybe that's just me. But everything. Sorry, I just got distracted for a second thinking about the fact that what they did to her on the skate rink was so messed up. Especially in hindsight, once you realize what she went through with the psychic bullies back at the training school when they was bullying her and they had the psychic powers, they was pushing her around the room. Man, it was great. This season was really good. Max, let's talk about Max and running up that hill. Okay, her storyline was awesome. Okay, the conflict that she had with dealing with the guilt of her brother's death. All that was very good. How she kind of felt guilty that he was dead, but she was kind of glad that he was gone because he was an asshole. Yeah, that was really good, man. The fact that she had basically all the scenes with her, like the scene that I like when she wrote all the letters and when she was outside talking to her mom and her mom turned into Vecna, that was a great scene. That was a great scene. And then obviously when she was in the Upside Down about to get killed, and you're running up that hill, and you're running up that hill. I was like, that was a great scene, man. This is how I know it was a great scene. Obviously, I'm not a fan of Kate Bush like that. But when I'm watching the scene, I was like, wow, this is. I'm watching. I was like, this is a really good scene. And then it was over when the episode was over, and it was like 2 hours later, and I hear myself humming, running up that hill for Kate Bush. I was like, damn, that was a really good scene. It resonated. Anytime a scene can resonate with you, where you just start singing a song, like, because I was nugget. Like I said, I was no Kate Bush fan, but now that song has just been stuck in my head because it was such a great scene. Yeah. Same thing with Eddie Munson's guitar solo. Yeah, it was that was great. That was so epic, and then the way they were able to pull that off, it gave saying to give it the Mad Max vibes, but it was great. And the way this whole season harkened back to Nightmare on Elm Street was great, right down to the fact that they had Robert Englund playing one's father, playing Vecna's father. Yeah, that was good. All the stuff with Will, you know what I'm saying? Him struggling with his sexuality, you know what I'm saying? And not really having the courage to tell his friends, but they all know, and it was great. You know what I'm saying? He's so awkward. He does such a good job of playing awkward, especially this season. It was great. Obviously, the stuff with Steve and Nancy kind of getting back together because what's his name was in Cali. The introduction of the pizza delivery driver, I don't remember his name. Argyle, was it? I think it was Argyle. I don't remember, but he was great. He was great. He was hilarious, bro. The way he was always stoned. But let me get back to the action scenes that I really like. The two action scenes that really stuck out to me was the shootout when they came for 11 and the guards were, so that was a great scene with the one shot. Oh, that was a great scene. And then obviously the helicopter scene when they come to try to kidnap 11 from the base, and she uses her powers to drop the helicopter out of it. That was a great scene. That was a great scene. That whole scene was great, from them storming the base, shields up formation. That was everything about that scene was really well done. Yeah, this was, and then the connection that they were able to make between Vecna and then the Mind Flare and then everything that it was all. I love that. That was all really good. Yeah, it was just a lot of good stuff, man. Chrissy's death in the first episode was shocking. I was not expecting that. The way Vecna killed his victims was crazy. Let's talk about the end, though. The ending. Oh my God, I was not ready for that ending. Okay, how when Max's bones started to break, I was like, oh no, oh. And this was already after Eddie's death, mind you. Eddie's death was tragic, and the way they played it very good. It was a show when he was like, I didn't run this time. That was great. That was really good. But Max's death, when her bones started to break, and the way what's his name, her boyfriend, why can't I remember his name? The way that was the best part. He was really feeling. He's like, no, call 911, call an ambulance. The way, and then she dies, and the whole gate opens back up. Even though 11 brings her back, I was not expecting the whole end of the Hawkins like that. And then to end on the cliffhanger with the upside down and the ash starting to fall from the ground. Oh, great ending. Great ending. The entire fight scene with 11 and Vecna, how they used the piggybacking, like they call it, to get into Max's mind. It was really well done. It was great. I loved all of that. I know there's stuff that I'm forgetting. Dustin, the scene where they go to see Dustin's girlfriend in Utah, that whole scene was nuts. All them kids in the house doing the acting scenes, and the little boy running around with the ending, cutting the power, that was all crazy. It was another well shot scene that was just chaos. Yeah, man. Again, the scene with Dustin talking to Eddie's uncle and telling him that Eddie died a hero and everything was so well done. That was so well done. Again, it was really good. It was really good. The dude who played the basketball star, who went crazy and went around trying to kill everybody and tried to kill what's his name? It was he did a really good job. I was really impressed with his performance. Lucas, that's what I'm talking about. The way him and Lucas had the fight, I totally spaced out for 2 seconds. The Lucas fight with the dude was really good. The way it led up into Max's death and everything. And then when he died, when the world started, his body got disintegrated. But Lucas's arc is another one that I was really into. As far as him wanting to be popular, him gaining that popularity when he hit the game-winning shot, and then having to choose between that and his friends. You know what I'm saying? I love that he never even really faulted. He always chose his friends. It wasn't even really a thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love that, and it was great, man. So, and I had going into the season, I definitely had thought that this was going to be the final season, but obviously the way it ended, we're getting season 5, and they've stated that I think season 5 is the final season, and they know how they're going to end it. So yeah, man. Shouts out to Eddie for having the best new character, and they have a good thing. They have Stranger Things is good about bringing in great characters and killing them off per season. They did it season 1, season 2, and season 3. Yeah. So I'm liking it. Season 4 was really good. A lot better than I was expecting. I have a lot of positive things to say. The one thing, let me see, what didn't I like? Oh, I didn't even talk about any of the stuff in Russia. Let's talk about the stuff with Hopper and Joyce in Russia. While that is my least favorite of all the storylines, there was a lot of funny stuff in there. The Russian pilot was hilarious. The dude who played Enzo, Jack and Agar from Game of Thrones, who played Enzo, he was great. I don't remember the pilot's name. He was good. But all the stuff over in Russia with Hopper was good. It was my least favorite stuff, but it was still very good. Because once that last scene with them fighting the Demogorgon, him with the flamethrower, the fight scene that they had on the plane when the plane crashed when old boy was doing his karate, that was great. That was really good. So yeah, all the stuff with Hopper and the Hopper stuff was my least favorite stuff. All the stuff with the rest of the gang I really love. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff, but I'm excited to see what they do for season 5, the final season. I'm excited how they ended. It ended on the cliffhanger with the upside down. And Vecna's still alive. They clearly said he's still alive after they did the Michael Myers when she shot him through the window and they go down there, his corpse was gone. Vecna's still alive. Max is still alive but in a coma. It was weird because when 11 went into her mind, it was like her mind was completely empty and there was nothing there. So that was super interesting to see. That's my thoughts, man. That's my thoughts on season 4 for Stranger Things. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications so you know when I upload. Check out the travel vlogs. And hit me up if you want to plan a dope vacation. Sweatbox Travel is official here on Mr. Vaughn's channel, Sweatbox. Until next time, you know how we do. Peace.
I'ma go to the ends with you. I'ma go to the end with you. I'ma go.